Hello everyone and welcome to another VGC analysis and demonstration video by Mancini the Amazing, this time with the illustrious, the impossible defeat unless you have a lead Pokemon with Terra. Tay, say hello.
Hi, how's it going?
I think it is going alright. Today we are using the one of the most scary Pokemon in the history of singles competitive Pokemon. Banned in OU, the sand monster itself, Houndstone, alongside Tyranitar and Garchomp, the probably more prevalent sand core. I think you were the one who brought up Tyranitar and Garchomp when we were discussing what we wanted to cover. Is there anything that specifically drew you to them as Pokemon?
Yeah, I thought Tyranitar was interesting because in Gen 8 I thought it was a pretty bad Pokemon. Overrated, but I think it's actually good now in this format. In Series 1 at least.
You think it likes Max more? It likes Terra more than Max?
Well, yeah, getting rid of that horrible typing's pretty nice for it. And also, without Dynamax, weather is not changed as easily.
Yep, that's very true.
Yeah.
I'd say the big shift compared to Series 1 in the previous format of like Gen 8 Series 1 was obviously losing Excadrill is a big thing. But Houndstone is an interesting replacement, and Lycanroc midday is still pretty common. Sandvale's also seeing more usage in the current thing, so bring us onto the big Sandvale themselves. Good old Magnitude, how does it work? Garchomp. This is one of, I think, in the early meta, it was one of the most commonly used Pokemon in the format. It's definitely seeing a tick down now, as we're seeing a greater prevalence of access to Wide Guard and of, I think, Meowscarada with item boosting is a big thing, or helping hand support, so that it can reliably KO Garchomp. But really beyond that, very, very strong Pokemon. 130 base attack, 102 speed, faster than a lot of the Pokemon in this format. And Earthquake can really tear through a lot of opposing teams.
Yeah, Garchomp's cool.
Yeah.
It's just a very reliable Pokemon. It's kind of always been there in almost every gen since it came out, doing what it does best, clicking Earthquake.
Yeah, it's very it's got very coherent defensive profile with Grounded Dragon. The Ice weakness is okay. Obviously you can mitigate that with Terra, but Ice is also a type that is somewhat difficult to use due to its own weaknesses, and you can run Yache Berry. I think, to memory, a lot of Hydreigon have been running Haban Berry so that they can check Garchomp without having to Terra, which is interesting because it's got Rock Slide and Dragon Claw tend to be the common moves in addition to Earthquake. Oh, I'm looking at the updated usage stats, and Garchomp moved from first to the 10th most used Pokemon in the current format.
Yeah, I do think Hydreigon being so good in the meta has kind of like brought it down.
Yeah, Hydreigon sitting at 7th, but yeah, Meowscarada sitting at first with 40% usage when it has a good matchup into Garchomp is definitely, I think, a major issue.
Yeah, definitely.
The Terra thing has disappeared. That's interesting. Apparently, yeah, Life Orb, Clear Amulet, Assault Vest, and Citrus are all pretty common items on it, and then we're seeing some usage of Barnberry and Scarf and Choice Band, which have their own upsides and downsides attached with it. Very common to run with Murkrow, or in some usage cases with Tyranitar. Murkrow if you're rough skin, very common, and then Sandvale with Tyranitar is actually, it seems some usage because it turns out being able to dodge moves is pretty okay, it's not bad. So, on to the next Pokemon. We have Tyranitar, or Shooting Pokestars. Did you play Gen 5? Yeah?
No.
Okay.
I started VGC in Gen 8.
Oh, I meant more like story-wise.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Pokestar
I
Studios.
played it. Yeah, I remember that in the. I never got into that, but
Fair
played Gen
enough,
5
fair
like, I don't know, a year ago. So.
But yeah, so Tyranitar, certainly not as much of a stalwart of the current meta as Garchomp, but it still sees apparently about 7% usage. Basically, one of the main selling points is its ability Sand Stream, which gives it a special defense boost and obviously puts out sand, which damages other Pokemon and can support other Pokemon. Predominantly, like I said, Sand Veil Pokemon like Garchomp, and then Sand Rushes like Lycanroc and Houndstone. But it's also still just kind of nice for anything that is annoyed by opposing sashes. And I think that apparently it's used not uncommonly on Tatsudozo teams. Rotom Heat is apparently used quite a bit with it. But most of the other Pokemon that have a lot of usage with it are just common Pokemon, so it makes sense. Assault Vest to really juice up that special defense because it multiplies again on top of the nature. So on top of the well, not just nature, but on top of the
weather.
Yeah, the sand resist. So instead of it's not additive 1.5 plus 1.5, it goes to 2.25 x special defense, which makes it take a lot of moves that you wouldn't necessarily expect it to. As a result of how common that set is, apparently the commons like moves on it are Rock Slide, Terra Blast, Assurance, and Ice Punch. I assume Assurance is meant to be comboed with Lycanroc Rock Slide so that you can get that double power into whichever slot you attack into. Then after that, on our Assault Vest sets, you see a lot of Protect, you start seeing Crunch more often, you see Dragon Dance to a much lesser extent, and then occasionally Fighting coverage. I'm not sure why, but the update to Pikalytics doesn't show Terra types anymore, so I'm not sure what Terra Blast people are commonly using. I wouldn't be entirely shocked if it was single target rock, but I know that flying is not uncommon with Garchomp. I know that there are a few other options that it's run as well, but I'm not sure which ones it's commonly using.
I see mostly flying and sometimes grass.
Yeah, grass makes some sense. Then Houndstone, our third Pokemon. Oh yeah, sorry. And then the other reason Tyranitar's good is obviously it's got colossal bulk, and then it's really got strong damage output, even if you are not investing in it. And then lastly, we get to Houndstone, crying all the time. It's a new Pokemon. Its stats are relatively okay. It's quite tanky, and it's got okay attack, and speed is fast enough that it functions in sand with Sand Rush. And then apparently it's also been seeing some usage with Fluffy. The main appeal of Houndstone is its signature move Lost Respects, which is a 50 base power move that goes to 100 and then 150 and then caps at 200 based on how many of your partner Pokemon have fainted. So similar to Supreme Overlord, the King Gambit ability. And it's got access to Play Rough. We've also seen some defensive usage with Wisp, but apparently Choice Band is its most common item. But yeah, Lumberry, Citrus, and then to a much lesser extent, Choice Scarf or Life Orb. Then Play Rough, Ice Fang, Stomping Tantrum, Crunch as coverage. Also access to Snarl and Shadow Sneak, and then Psychic Fangs for teams that don't have other ways to remove screens, and then Helping Hand and Yawn for other forms of positioning control. Do you have any comments on Houndstone?
I think it's a cool draft Pokemon. I don't think it'll get
not priced
used in
insane
VGC, but
yeah. I mean, it's seen some usage, and I think there was there have been a few appearances that have had blank in 3 performances in tournament, but
yeah, it's kind of gimmicky, and obviously in the singles you have like 5 Pokemon that can die before the thing, but
Yeah, whereas you
It's
only
not the
have
case with
3,
doubles.
and you know it's not going to 1v4, so you generally want to support it pretty specifically or run more like the defensive set. But yeah, apparently people have been using Choice Band. I would honestly would have expected more usage on Wisp than what I'm seeing. No Terra Blast either, which is interesting. Even on like a Choice Band set. Alright, we have oh no, not the Arbolivo. I see you have run Trick Room.
I've been using Arboliva and ladder. It's nice.
It's quite good, it's quite good.
Yeah. I don't know. Earth Power, like, Oko's Golden Goes, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what they say. You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Unfortunately, my Pokemon do not have nicknames.
Mine don't either. I don't tend to do that in the exhibition games. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Well, we will see. All I'm saying is, Frosmoth seems a lot better thinking about the Sand Spit F boost in combination with Shield Dust when your opponent brings special attackers.
Yeah, I realized, like, building this team that I was not gonna have any special attackers because featured 3 physical attackers in the video.
Well, Garchomp and Tyranitar can both run special. Most Tyranitar.
I don't know about Garchomp. Maybe T-Tar can.
Garchomp has the single target Earth Power, which I know there was some special max Garchomps, as well as a lot of mixed Chomp with like Draco, 2 physical move. Of the CC. Alright, are we seeing Sash? We are seeing Sash. Oh, okay, that's rough.
Oh, there's the special Garchomp.
That is rough, my friend. Personally, I wish I'd hit that last Draco. Not the slide. So alright, I got the call right.
No.
Well, at least you gotta reset your sand. I mean, you also reset my sand, but you know. It is what it is.
I was hoping to dodge that Draco Meteor.
You dodged so many already. You're very greedy.
Oh, nice Terra.
Well, I don't really see what other terror I needed to collect this game. Okay. Well, I think that makes my second individual game win against you in like 4 series.
Congrats.
What? Okay.
What?
I refuse to make reasonable adjustments. Instead, I will make an adjustment. I just don't know that it's a reasonable one. My god. I hope your Garchomp has EH.
Has what?
Yachi Berry.
Oh.
I love unnecessary crits. They just make everything seem so much more dramatic than it needs to be. I like how you're currently incentivized to switch Tyranitar in so that you get Sand Rush to go faster, but then you activate my Sand Veil, so you may not hit me.
Yeah.
I personally find that very funny. Wow, that one takes that pretty well. Let's see if I die. I do. Rough. So you're a bandit then, eh?
Maybe.
Yeah, well, you know, it happens from time to time.
More speed ties?
More speed ties? No, I'm Scarf. Couldn't you tell? You know what? That was a okay. Okay, no, I was gonna say it was a really good call, and then and then the second thing that happened.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting that.
I did come to that conclusion. Oh god, it
live.
lived on one. Well, that's game.
Could still be winnable.
Well, you shouldn't let your Pokemon like live so that Houndstone can come in during sand. But also, I didn't have Rock Slide.
Okay, yeah, I thought you had Rock Slide.
Yeah, I know. That would have made too much sense. Alright, I should probably adjust at some point. Certainly, I'd say that Garchomp and Tyranitar and Houndstone have all been doing pretty decent work so far.
Oh yeah. Garchomp's been living some hits. I would not expect it to survive.
I definitely didn't expect it to live that last respect.
Yeah.
On 2% as well. Alright, I've successfully intimidated the Houndstone. The game is won.
The sweeper is ruined.
Also, I just realized that your Indeedee, it's not Sash because Lycanroc is, and it's also not Psychic Seed, which is interesting.
Yeah, maybe the bright powder was on Indeedee all along.
The bright powder was on Indeedee all along. I didn't realize it was playing Sly. Okay. That was an interesting play on your behalf.
It's all part of the play.
Did you not know that that was how Final Gambit worked? I'm just so confused you brought Garchomp into the slot I was ice beaming.
I mean, I don't know.
What did you think I was clicking there?
I shouldn't have brought Houndstone. It's kinda useless.
No tar. Well, on the plus side, it's 100 base power last respects now, and we saw that killed my Frosmoth last time.
That is true.
Which is kind of dumb.
Final Gambit is a stupid move.
Well, Houndstone is immune to it, so... Also, it synergies with my own Houndstone. So that I can,
Yeah.
Wait, why did I think you had Choice Band? You switched up moves. No, did you switch up moves? No. Why did I think you clicked... No, you clicked Plurif with Lycanroc, that's right. Alright.
Better watch out for the Terra Normal Houndstone. Don't target the slot.
I mean, you saw I was Terra Dark, and I assume that you must also be Terra Dark. Clearly.
No.
I mean, what did you think I was going to click? You doubled the Houndstone. That's rude.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna lose that. Couldn't get Trick Room set up.
Also, I was terrifying the whole time. Ooh. I don't know why you thought you could set Trick Room up with Indeedee. It's good, better at enabling
So,
Trick Room. Like, you know that I had
didn't. Okay, if you didn't
Tyranitar
bring
and Garchomp, right? Yeah, I don't
final,
think. And you don't have a
didn't
Wide
bring the
Guard
final
mon.
Gambit stuff. No, if you didn't bring the final Gambit stuff, I could have, because I had Terra Fairy, so it would have survived.
It would have survived Rock Slide and Earthquake?
Earthquake was doing like 30% or 40.
Was it? I don't remember.
30 or 40.
Though it did like a decent
Game
bit.
two.
But I also still had Terra Ground. That said, I knew Game 3 I had to adapt to run the thing that actually got to show Houndstone off. And you know what? Houndstone did get to show off by doing 52 to Arbor Leafer. That mod is tanky.
Yeah. And that was just Scarf, right?
Scarf what? Do you mean my Houndstone? Because you saw the citrus berry on it. Oh no, you didn't see the citrus berry on it? No,
Wait,
that's right.
I thought you said it was Scarf.
Yeah, it was a
That
joke.
was just,
I clicked Wisp and Protect. Sorry, Wisp and Last Respects game 1. I guess I only clicked Last Respects the second game. Also, you won
yeah,
the speed
okay.
tie.
I'm guessing your Staraptor was Scarfed.
Yes, sorry, yes. Yeah, the Staraptor was Scarf. That's why I didn't click anything with it game 1. It max HP Final Gambit because it checks these Pokemon if they aren't HP invested. But Tyranitar and Garchomp can both out HP Staraptor. I just wanted something that could sit next to Earthquake from Garchomp. That's why I picked
Yeah,
it.
makes sense.
Because I noticed you didn't pick anything. Like, you got Arbor who is a resist, but you weakened your own Earthquake with Seed Sower.
I mean, this team is not one of my best.
I mean, you did have, like, what, 4 or 5 days to put it together? You just didn't? Ultimately,
That's true.
I will count this as my first win against Tay.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just a shame I had to decide the rules of the format for that to wind up happening. Yeah, I think we genuinely did get to show off what all of the Pokemon did. Obviously, you only brought Tyranitar once, and it did a lot of work, and then you didn't bring it again, which I didn't understand. I didn't even... Oh, that's right, Clear Amulet on my Tyranitar, but you didn't bring Intimidate.
I don't know. It felt kind of bad when you had Staraptor, so...
To be fair, it shouldn't normally be scared of Staraptor.
Well, your Staraptor is built different.
My Staraptor... No, it's because you were Terra Grass instead of...
Yeah, I didn't bring Terra Flying. I brought Terra Grass.
Yeah. Terra Flying synergizes with the fight to resist CC. Terra Grass just only checks ground. But yeah. Specifically with Tyranitar.
And water.
That's true, it does check grass and water, which admittedly I did bring a grass type in terms of Terra Grass Frosmoth. I put Frosmoth because it has Wide Guard. I put Staraptor because I can Earthquake next to it. I can also Earthquake next to Frosmoth. And then I brought Froslass because it was faster than Garchomp and had ice moves.
Yeah, so this is your plan, right, with these videos? You set up the 3 mods, then you counter pick.
Yeah.
Counter build.
Want people to be able to know what mons they can use to check it in more public situations, or what Pokemon work alongside it. And I like being able to show off some niche Pokemon, as well as being able to use some of the more meta-defining options. I considered bringing Lycanroc, but I figured you probably would, so I decided to go for something that is kind of like okay, well, if I'm worried about Garchomp, or I'm worried about being Rock Sled on my team, what can I run? Frosmoth is actually pretty surprisingly good. Its special defense is really good. I ran a fairly physically defense invested one, and obviously that is a bit anti-synergistic with Life Orb, but I was modest and I was attack invested. But you were choice banned on Houndstone, yeah?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, it explains why you did so much to my Garchomp.
Yeah, I was expecting Ice Fake to KO though. He lived on like 2%.
You were burnt.
Well, yeah, but still.
Am I going blind? I feel like I'm going blind. Is this the wrong game? It is the wrong game. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect... You did 57, which means you would have KO'd if you weren't burnt. Right? Yeah. Also, Sandvale never procced.
Were you Bright Powder?
No, I was Life Orb, I think. I don't remember what I was. Maybe Cova Clock? I don't remember. Oh no, I was Bright Powder. Oh wait, I was Bright Powder and I didn't even dodge the inaccurate move in Sand? What the hell?
Yeah, I was also Bright Powder, and...
On the Tyranitar that dodged all those Dracos, but was also Life Orb.
I actually had Bright Powder on all my mons.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. That's fair.
That's the real strat.
That's the way you do it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please comment down below any Pokemon you would like us to check out in future. If there's any other content you'd like me to make with Tay. And leave a like and subscribe. Tay's channel will be linked, and he's done, he's 1-for-1 in terms of content for VBL. I assume that you'll also be doing the current week's match, which would have come out by the time that this video is released.
That match is being played on Thursday. I don't know when the video's coming out.
No, the video is coming out next Tuesday, so.
Oh, okay.
Well, no,
yeah,
I mean,
the match has already been played.
Do you anticipate recording it?
Yeah, I will be.
Awesome. So yeah, guys, definitely go check Tay's channel out, check out Tay's content, and thank you all for watching.